Oh, forgot to do something. Hold on. These keys somewhere. Fucking nice out tonight, though. Hmm. Not too bad. Hmm. Fuck it, South Dakota people, man. Guy drunk waving his hand, driving by with a pickup truck, saying some shit. Hmm. Those dogs are annoying next door, man. My God. Fucking get out of my car and they let them dogs out, and those dogs just look aggressive, you know? They don't seem friendly. Hmm. A lot of cops out tonight, that's for sure. Driving around, doing lip, pulling drunk people over and stuff. Hmm. Roll that green up. Um, I'm not rolling the green. I'm rolling the tobacco. Used to smoke weed, but it makes me paranoid. I had to stop doing it. It makes me feel worse, you know? What's that guy doing hiding behind the car for? Heck? What's he doing and shit? Hmm. Weird, man. That's weird. Hmm. Some South Dakota shit, I guess. Real depressing out here. Yeah, it seems like it, man. Fucking people are at their breaking point. What's going on in this life? Sign up for the gym. That's cool, man. Did you did you work out there or what'd you do at the gym? You just signed up. That's cool. What kind of gym did you sign up to? I had to cancel my membership here because I'm moving. I'm gonna go to a different gym when I move. You going to Crunch? Yeah, that's the gym I go to, man. That gym's pretty good. It's not too bad. I don't know if it's $10 a month everywhere, but that's what I pay up here. They have a lot of equipment and all that stuff, you know? It's fucking weird, man. Some South Dakota shit, I guess. Weird. Got out of the shower and feel some relief. Yeah, sometimes a shower can make you feel better, you know? You feel groggy and uh feel like you're tensed up. Sometimes getting a shower can just wake you up, you know? Do they make it hard to cancel? No, not really. It wasn't hard for me. I had to pay a little bit because I was on a contract for a year, but it wasn't hard though. This guy was like, I guess he was getting picked up by some people, and before he got picked up, he was high behind the car here, and then he ran all the way over here behind this Napa Auto Parts, and then his friends came and he was over here or something. I don't know. It's kind of funny, I guess. Nothing bad. It was just kind of. What's up, Gothic? What's going on, man? I guess that's just some South Dakota shit, I guess. Yeah, it was just kind of funny though. I thought he was like hiding from somebody or something. It was weird. Yeah, we'll get your test scheduled. That's good, man. That's a good thing. There you go. Yeah, maybe that might be the issue why you've been feeling like garbage too, you know? You know what your test levels are and they can figure out like how to raise them up, you know? Yeah, wait till Thursday. Yeah, that still is a pain in the ass just to get something tested, right? It's probably not even that long, and you still gotta fucking wait. The 300s. Yeah, that shit sucks, man. It's terrible. It's like, I don't know how that happens to people when people get like low T levels. Wonder if it's like genetic or it's Maybe lifestyle mix of lifestyle, like, I don't know, but something you never asked for, you know? Yeah, didn't feel joy from it. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Yeah, it might be a mix of things, though. Could be the T levels, or it could be like just feeling anhedonia from just like bad past experiences, I guess. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Hopefully it goes back up, you know? That shit. You're 26? Yeah, I remember when I was 26, I started that old channel. And shit was a while ago. Feeling apathetic. Yeah, it's hard to be motivated with things when society gives you too much expectations that are unrealistic, and it's hard to feel motivated when things just don't go well, you know? I get it, man. It's terrible. What's the difference between Google and the Google? Thyroid issues. Yeah, that can be something that can cause the T levels to drop too, you know? Hopefully it's not that, man. Yeah, that's kind of like me, man. Gym and job. It's like repetitive, you know? Synthroid. How's that medication treating you? Is it does it actually help, or oh yeah, I mean they got your location, you know? They know where you're at. It doesn't do much. Damn, that's not good. Yeah, probably just kind of like a just a little relief or something. Probably doesn't totally get rid of it, you know? Yeah, fish oil is good too. Get them omega 3s. Ain't too bad. Gym won't be embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, I'll say, I guess when you go to the gym, I guess just put some headphones on, listen to some good music, and just do your own thing, you know? I guess go at times where there's not that many people, like night or very early in the morning, whatever you prefer, you know? What's up? The weed is heat. Yeah, the T levels. Yeah, definitely, man. If it's too low, you're gonna feel like garbage. That's for sure. You're gonna feel more like shit most of the time. Yeah, tired and groggy. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Probably can be from insomnia too, and all that stuff, you know? I guess I'm doing alright. I just did some lift, and this is my last weekend doing that shit here. So, I did a little bit here tonight, and I thought I was gonna do a lot more, but I'm okay stopping for tonight. It's my last day doing it, and I don't wanna pick any more people up, you know? Get tired of interacting with people like this one lady I picked up today was, kept asking me if she wanted me what am I trying to say? She kept offering me a pork sandwich or something, and I kept saying no, and she can never stop asking, you know? It's just annoying. I mean, nothing wrong with them personally. They seem like nice people, but I just don't like when people offer food constantly. You already said no, you know? we'll make a video on that shit too. It's just annoying, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I guess too much tea can make you feel too energetic, you know? And that'll just make you crash, I guess. It's kind of like caffeine, I guess. I'm moving to Arizona. So next weekend I'm gonna be in Arizona and I'm gonna try to find a place to live. And I'm gonna be living with a roommate most likely because it, it's more expensive down there, but I think it'll be a better change than here. So yeah, the chronic pain can just make you feel lethargic too when it's like too painful to get up and move around, pretty much. Sorry. Oh no, you're good, man. But I still feel more energetic than I do now. Yeah, definitely some with the T levels, man. Hopefully the doctors find the answer to up the T levels so you won't feel like shit no more. Dropping a cat trash can on a lady's car. Damn, that's terrible, man. It's just a mistake, you know? You didn't mean to drop a trash can in her car, you know? It's a little ridiculous, you know? People always want to find a way to sue somebody, that's for sure. That's what that is. Try and embarrass them and, you know, it's how people are, I guess. Maybe I'll do a video on that too. People always want to find a way to sue people and shit. Yeah, you're just trying to carry the trash can and try to put in the dumpster, I guess, right? And it, like maybe you just slipped out of your hand and you didn't mean to do that, you know? I guess a lot of people make a big deal out of it. Oh. I hardly see that neighbor too. He lives like upstairs. I only seen him like 3 times ever since I lived here. Most of the time, I see the neighbor that's downstairs more usually. I don't want to fill that all the way up. Yeah, should have done something by now. Yeah, it must be something deeper then, because maybe it's something to do with the T levels and probably uh maybe something even more, you know. Hopefully it's not something really bad though, I'll say. Yeah, hopefully it's not a spinal fusion, man. That shit can be pretty serious too. That can uh that can be very painful. Yeah, painful procedure. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a lot. It can be like surgery too. If they don't put you on like anesthesia or enough, like say, I don't know if it's like Novocaine or something to numb the pain, it definitely can fucking hurt. That's for sure. And I think when you get like a spinal fusion, it can, like, even when you get the surgery, you can still feel off, you know, at first. Yeah, doing a live stream. Yep. Uh, I was gonna do more lift tonight, but I'm done. I'm tired of doing this in this state, so try to not do that no more. Get tired of interacting with these people too. It's just exhausting. I did a lot last night. Went out till like went from 10 to like almost 3 a.m. And tonight I'm just kind of done, you know. I only did it for a couple of hours. Yeah, I did it though because I need to have a little bit more money to go down to Arizona this weekend coming up. So even sign up for the real to the gym is cringe. I shaved my head recently, and yeah, I mean people need to keep them eyes to themselves, you know. And I guess like signing up can just be a pain in the ass. Like they always want to get your information, and you gotta give them your card. Um, and pain in the ass. What's up, Anthony? No, this weekend I'm gonna visit Arizona coming up. I'm trying to get a place to live, and I'm probably gonna check it out too. So yeah, that's why I did a good amount of Lyft this weekend. So I have some money to spend, you know, like trying to put some money towards my Lyft account, and uh like I already have the money to like get a place. So I already saved up for that. And just have like spending money, like going out, maybe check out the nightlife when I get there Friday night and Saturday, and get some food. I mean, try to enjoy it for the weekend, you know? Yeah, I saw that on the Discord. And that didn't look good, man. That tire was just very shot. What do you think made that tire really flat? Like some sharp object, or was it the heat? 'Cause I know the heat can get like that to people's vehicles. Yeah, we'll hang out Saturday, Anthony. We'll definitely be doing stuff. So I can't wait. I need to take a break from South Dakota. So take off in your car, get away from toxic family. I feel that, man. I did that a lot when I was living with my dad. Like say if my dad and his girlfriend would argue about some annoying petty shit, and I would take my car and just drive around, you know. I guess like there was times where I would just drive around, do videos too, you know, when I was living down there, try to get away from the house. I understand it, man. You need some time for yourself, and you don't want to deal with their toxicity. Yeah, the heat. Yeah, it's possible, man. I heard the heat when it's too hot can do that. And I'll say maybe some sharp object. So, was it a lady you knew or was some random? Yeah, it could be possible, Selwood. I'm down. You say you live in North Carolina, right? Say it can be a possibility. Maybe I'll come back to the East Coast and live there at some point in my life, you know? Or wherever we meet up. Be cool. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I guess you get some peace um from like your niece, you know? Get some peace and don't have to deal with like with the with the kid, you know? Cuz that's not your responsibility, that's hers. Yeah, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Just take the car, go for a cruise, listen to some music or uh just drive without music on, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Gotta start a YouTube channel eventually. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. We do with your YouTube channel, say if you made one. The rental car my sister has right now did damage since. Oh, dang, that's not good, man. Yeah, that can be very serious if you rent a car and already put some damage to it. Uh, could be fucking pricey, you know. Guess I'm doing all right, I guess, you know. Uh, just planning to move out of here pretty much, and I'm working this temp job for a couple weeks, and I basically have to lie to them that I want to be loyal and all this bullshit. And at least the job's tolerable though. It's not really that stressful, but I deal with this guy, this coworker that really talks a lot, talks about himself constantly, and he has good conversations and stuff, but it's just exhausting just listening to this person. And there's just times where I just want to be quiet and I just want to just get this job done, you know. But at the same time, I guess it's kind of good because this guy, like I said, has good conversations, makes the job go by fast. So, um, yeah, I mean, just gotta get through this job and then I'm out, you know. Lady I knew when I was a kid. Close friend to your mom. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Hmm. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. If you come to Arizona, definitely be hanging out. Definitely be a far drive, but it'd be good to get away from toxic family and just fucking restart, you know? Yeah, that'll be cool. Say if you moved out west, you know. Going to a sports bar. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. I do that too. I go out to bars by myself a lot. There's times where I have a good time. There's times where I feel isolated from the people too. Like sometimes you can feel lonely surrounded by a bunch of people because you can't relate to them, you know. But there's times where you can go to a bar and have good conversations and stuff, you know. Talk about life and similar things I talk about. Yeah, that's cool, man. I like to hear your perspective on things. Be cool, and if you do start your channel, I'll try to keep watching it, you know, and I'll comment and stuff. That'll be cool, man. I like to hear other people's perspectives on life too. So, oh, someone hit her. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, that sucks because now that's gonna she doesn't have evidence that someone hit her, and it's gonna affect her insurance. That's what sucks about that. Yeah, usually when a person does a hit and run, usually they have something to hide, and like they don't want to deal with the cops, so that's why that person did that. Most likely. Oh, that passed away. Damn, that's terrible. Yeah, I feel that, man. Yeah, that's terrible. Get a flat tire and like your husband and daughter pass away. Just such bad luck, I guess, you know? But that's what this life is, a lot of bad shit. She paid you good? That's good, man. Yeah, I mean, got that tire out and put a new one in, you know? Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I did move out of Philly because I was homeless. I was homeless for a month. I was thinking about staying like near my hometown or living in the city, but I didn't want to because I just wanted to get out of my hometown. I had a lot of bad memories and get like flashbacks and stuff, and I was just so pissed off and I wanted to move far away from family, so that's what I did, you know. Yeah, the landscaping job. Are you talking about the one here? The one where I left the landscaping job in South Dakota? Yeah, man. You gotta show me the food places around there. You gotta take me to In and Out. I want to check out that place. I heard a lot of good things about it. What's up, Cass? Yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate that we have to try to find like-minded people online, but it's a good thing at the same time, you know? Because there are a lot of people in real life that you can't just talk about deep stuff to. There's a lot of disrespectful people out there. Yeah, I like to see everybody happy, you know, feeling good and things going well, you know. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Man, I'm trying to. It's not easy, but I'll try. Why did I become homeless? Well, I guess it was a couple things. So when I deleted that old channel, I was kind of depressed about it, and I had a lot of personal problems with my dad. Working with him, and he would just yell and scream, and I tried to regulate my emotions the best I could, and there was just a time where I was very depressed. I couldn't get out of bed, and there I did try to work with my dad the best my ability. I actually woke up and worked with him depressed. Then there was just times where I just couldn't, and I had to. I was just in my bed sleeping a lot, and I just like had I didn't have a lot of energy, you know. And then my dad would look at me funny when I'm just like sitting down looking at my phone, you know, and he would just think that I'm lazy or something. Really, I was like depressed. And then I was gonna go to the gym or something, and my dad was saying like some stuff to me, and I was telling him that um, I'm not feeling good. I'm depressed, and I feel like I need to get disability or something. And my dad didn't listen to me, and he just kept calling me lazy, and I snapped, and I flipped the table at the kitchen. I broke like glass and stuff, and I said a lot of mean things to him and his girlfriend, and yeah, I mean, that shit wasn't justified what I did, but he called the cops and he basically kicked me out, and I didn't have anywhere to go, and I was homeless, sleeping in my car right by the cemetery where I do my videos at, and I was sleeping in motels at times. So yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people that care about themselves, man. And yeah, that's a good thing that you helped her, you know? Definitely brighten her day that you got rid of that tire and put a new one in. Yeah, the voice. Yeah, I mean, I guess when you do your channel, it's like you can't really care about what people say, but it's easier said than done, because I absorbed a lot of shit on my channel, and that's why I deleted it. And I don't support certain things like I did with the old channel. So it's I guess like when you do a YouTube channel, kind of you just don't want to pay attention to the comments too much. You just kind of just make videos and stuff. Don't have a good vocabulary. Yeah, I mean that gets better over time. Like over the years, you'll start learning new words and how to use them and stuff. I mean, I don't have the best vocabulary either, but uh, that shit just takes time. Gotta eat at kava. Yeah, I'm down, man. Show me all the food spots. Show me all the spots where you think it's fucking good. Yeah, I think the In and Out and the Hudson hot chicken, I think you should show me, man. I like a lot of chicken too, so definitely show me that. Yeah, true. Yep. I mean, if you have a little bit money coming in and you have a reliable car, it isn't that bad, but it depends on where you live though. Like if you live in a state where it's super cold or super hot, it can be unbearable. And I guess another thing too is when you're homeless, like you gotta figure out where to park and you gotta look for your surroundings, make sure no one's gonna break in. I mean, those are some cons, but I feel like if you know your streets, you move to an area where the climate is more mild and you make money like going to a temp agency, working for a bit, or you just kind of do like gig work, or you make a little passive income somehow. Um, wouldn't be so bad, I guess. Thoughts on South Dakota? Yeah, the landscaping one you're talking about. Yeah, I made a story of why I left that. Yeah, haven't snapped. Yeah, I mean, I snapped at my dad a lot. I can't handle when he's screaming and yelling, putting his stress out on me. And yeah, I mean, I understand that like the customers he deals with are a pain in the ass because I worked with those customers with him. But I just don't feel like it's justified to fucking get so mad at your son. And it just causes more tension a lot of times. And my dad just gets pissed off at his girlfriend all the time about politics and it's just all over the place. I kind of just wish I never worked with him all throughout my 20s. I thought working with him, I would make good money and I would help him retire. And I just felt like I wasted my time because he just didn't seem to care about trying to help me with my business that I was trying to do. And he didn't really seem to care about like trying to like help me improve, with the landscaping. He didn't really teach me a lot. I had to learn from other people and stuff. And yeah, I think that was my biggest regret helping him. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people just care about themselves too much. Like, people lack empathy, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I flipped at my dad a lot of times before, you know. Now, I'm not gonna say like I'm the victim all the time, you know. I think my bipolar rage is a problem, you know. I have to be better with that, and it's just my dad is just very hard to deal with. He's a workaholic. He can't really sit still, and he's you know hard to deal with. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's you learn over time. And you watch people say certain words, and you learn new ones. That's how you expand your vocabulary. And I feel like if you read more, if you like to read, that can help with your vocabulary as well. So yeah, that's cool that you made that your channel name, man. That's cool. Spicy chicken. Yeah, I'll be good, man. I mean, there was a kava in Philly, but I never went. It'd be cool to try. Waffle House. Yeah, that would be cool too. I would be down. Eat that for breakfast. That would be nice. I feel like I looked at like Arizona on my Google Maps. There's a lot of food places, man. A lot more variety than South Dakota, I'll say. Definitely a lot to try. What's up, Avion Gamer? A new Life is a Joke video? Yeah, it'll come soon. Maybe when I move to Arizona, we'll do it. So, the weather. I like the warm weather more. It's a lot warmer there, and I think there's just more things to do, like outdoor activities. It's not as isolating to me compared to here. I just feel like there's better job opportunities down there. I feel like there's more variety, and um, I feel like I can like there's certain things on my resume where like say like landscaping. Yeah, it gets super hot down there, but it can be all year round. I could decide to do that, or I can do like warehouse work, or I could probably do something completely different. And I heard, like, say if I live in Chandler, for example, I heard the job market there is pretty good. So I think it'll be a good idea. And I guess the only thing with Arizona is it's more expensive, but I feel like as long as I'm frugal and stuff like that, I feel like it'll work out. So, yeah, yeah, doing the same thing over and over again can just become stale. Like working a job, for example. Like you do this monotonous work and it's just repetitive. And it's like you'll go insane. I guess that can be with anything. Yeah, didn't put in the effort to build a good family dynamic. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Yeah, that's a valid reason to resent your dad if your dad is not putting that effort to make the family bond together and connect. And it's even worse with like say if your dad um disconnects people and separates everybody. It just causes tension. Oh damn. Waffle House. Damn, that's a while, 2 years. I've been to a Waffle House. Wait, hold on. Did I read that right? Oh, okay. I had a kid live in Florida for 2 years. Hmm. Where in Florida? What's up, Messenger Beyond Reality? What's up, man? Yeah, I believe it, man. I think there is cool people down there. I mean, there's some decent people in South Dakota, but there's some of these people in South Dakota can be like disrespectful too. But I believe it, man. I think Arizona's people might be better. Who knows? 3 years? Damn. Maybe you should try to go back to the Waffle House. The weather is nice now. Yeah, you live in like Chicago, right? So I just found my channel. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you liking my videos. I mean, I've been doing YouTube for a while. I used to been I used to been strictly an anti-nihilist YouTuber that talked about pretty much the stuff I talk about here too. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. More videos coming on the way. So yeah, people lost their lives to earn money. Yep. Yeah, people will work in like construction and look at the suicide rates. And a lot of these people are men that are working these jobs, and a lot of them like do substance abuse, and they have a lot of mental health problems, and the job is very taxing on the body. A lot of people that work construction, it's very stressful and it's very fast paced. You got to meet at a deadline, like that's a good example, right? People that work in construction can die, especially if like if they're not careful, like say if they're working on pipes, one step when the ground caves in, you get hit a certain spot, you can die. So Deltona. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I always liked Florida too, but I don't know if I would want to live there because of the hurricanes. Like I went down there to go to Miami a couple times. I went there with my brother 2 times. I went to the Keys. That was cool. Um, yeah, I think Florida's cool to like visit, and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's like a place to live. Yeah, my dad might have traits, man. He probably does. My dad is very insensitive too. He doesn't really he isn't good with like trying to like show his empathy. He's not good at like expressing it. That's for sure. No, you're good. I do the same thing, man. I type up really fast and it just doesn't come out the right way. I'm gonna try to stay in Chandler. That's the place I'm mostly interested in. And I talked to this potential roommate 2 weeks ago, and he seemed really cool. He's like a teacher. Um he goes on hikes. He's more reserved too, and uh, he he's not like a roommate like I had like in Philly where they were just obnoxious and just too loud. Um, But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna visit that place this weekend though. I'm looking at other ones too, see what else is out there this week, and I'm gonna try to apply for more jobs on Indeed. Because if I can't find a job on Indeed, I already set up something at a temp agency like near Tempe or Chandler, and when I move to one of those places, I'll just go to the temp agency and fill out my stuff some more and try to get a job that way. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's just a risk bringing a kid in this world. It can have a bad life, and like there could be, like, you can have a kid and can just work and may just really dislike it. And it's just, the kid can be just stuck working and working paycheck to paycheck. And that's like not a way to live, you know? A lot of sketchy places. Is it kind of, is it like dangerous in a way? Yeah, I mean, things do change, but it's not always for the better every year. there's times where things change and things can get worse. you know. Yeah, I feel that, man. It's like unfulfilling. Like you go to the job and there's not really an incentive to work hard because you're not gonna get like a good raise. There's no promotion, and like you work too hard, they just throw more work at you. Too many jobs are like that, I guess. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Yeah, especially like when the cost of living's up, and say if you have a lot of responsibilities or something, could be a hard time to just like have free time. And then when you do have free time, people get mad at that. People think you shouldn't be allowed to have free time. Older small cities that are just suburbs. Oh, how the area is. Oh, okay, I see, man. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I don't want kids, because they may be born into this world and may have a bad life. Like my kid can be born with these genetics to the point where it can just limit them from trying to function in this world. It's not always a success story, or the kid can be born and something tragic can happen, like an accident, like kid could get run over and could be paralyzed, can be miserable all its life, or I mean, I could go on and on and on with that shit. So, I don't think you're the only one, man. I think that's pretty common. I think a lot of people don't want to live to that age and suffer through aging and health problems. My grandpop just died uh like almost 2 months ago, and he was 94 years old, and before that he was just going through unnecessary pain and suffering. And now he's in non-existence. He doesn't have to deal with this shit no more. Yeah, yeah. Just have to worry about yourself, right? At least like you're not bringing a kid into this world, and you know you feel guilty that it's not being able to function in this life, right? Not taking that risk. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I guess one thing I'll miss about South Dakota is I'll miss my apartment. I don't live with any roommates at all. Um, I don't have to share things with roommates, and it's pretty affordable, but it's just not for me. Like the weather and the isolation just affect my moods. I guess one thing, like, if I was able to keep that warehouse job, that was like a temp job, I would have stayed here. They would have gave me like 22 an hour and all that stuff. But it didn't happen. Like my supervisor was raving that you're gonna get hired. You're such a good worker and all this shit. And all of a sudden, I was on my break smoking a cig, and the temp agency called me and said that, oh, we gotta let you go. And I didn't do nothing wrong. It was just, the it was they didn't need my help no more. It's just weird. Yeah, people can mess with you. Yeah, that's why it's best to not hang out with a lot of people, less problems, you know. Yeah, I mean, I lived with roommates in college. I lived with, I guess when I was rooming with people in college, I kind of was a bad roommate, to be honest with you. I used to like kind of get drunk and I would eat people's food plastered, and I used to steal stuff from my roommates. I could have gotten a fight with my one roommate, and I just wasn't a good roommate when I was in college. But I guess when I was in Philly, I tried to be a decent roommate, but they were just reckless college kids, and they weren't respecting like my stuff, you know. But yeah, I mean, I guess if I room with you, for example, I mean, I would respect your boundaries and privacy, and if there's an issue, like I would be open to hear it out and try to figure out like the best solution to the problem, you know? So, yeah, it sucks sharing a bathroom with somebody. That's like common with roommates too. Cause like say you really gotta go to the bathroom and your roommate's hogging the bathroom. Taking too long on the shower, like taking a fucking big shit, you know? Yeah, it sucks in that way. But yeah, I guess that's the thing. I'll be living with a roommate in Arizona. I guess the roommate seems like a good one, but you never know, right? Yeah, that's the risk I'm taking. Your neighbor is messing with you. Yeah, nosy neighbor, man. Can't mind their own business. Yeah, that's what sucks too. Like if you live on your own and you just have like shitty neighbors, it just makes you want to move somewhere else, you know? Hopefully, when you move somewhere new, hopefully it's a better place, man. Yeah, the kitchen. Yeah, that sucks too. Yep. When you're trying to cook food and you gotta wait for them. I know that feeling, man. Yep. Man, that's what's good, I guess, me living here, you know, but yeah, that'll be an issue when I'm down there. But it seems like this guy seems decent, so I don't think it'll be too much of an issue, hopefully. So yeah, that'll be cool, man. Say if you were near me, I would be down to be roommates with you, you know? It's even better because we think like-minded about life, and you know, feel like we can respect each other. In May, damn, yeah. I mean, I guess try to enjoy the peace and quiet for the next couple weeks, and then just gotta prepare for that not trauma, drama. So yeah, I mean that's what I would like in a roommate. Someone that's quiet, clean, you know. I don't like roommates that are super dirty. I had those Philly roommates were so dirty that like there would be mice like on near that trash can. There used to like that in Philly there would be like a fan on top of like the cabinet up there. And I'll be cooking and a mouse dropped and I fucking got scared, you know, because they weren't cleaning the kitchen. They left trash everywhere. Some bullshit. Yeah, yeah. You just hope, like, if you live with roommates, they're decent, you know? You get good ones. It's just a hit or miss. Even if, like, if it's like a roommate that you know, like a good friend or something, your good friend can show true colors if you live with them, you know, and that could suck if it's bad. Yeah, life is expensive. Yep. If you want to enjoy this life, you need money, I guess, you know, a lot of times. Yeah, money's not everything, but money can give you a quality of life. That's for sure. Yeah, I guess like I guess you could save up your money. Say if you have your own car, you could move somewhere that's affordable, right? Somewhere that's like has a low unemployment rate and the cost of living isn't so bad. Like something similar to South Dakota, I guess, but I guess the con with those cheaper areas is like you'll have a low quality of life of like weather and like things to do and stuff like that. Like it's like if you want more things to do, then it's gonna be more expensive. That's what I think. What do I think of needs? I'll say like if a person puts in the effort and they just have a hard time working, they can't keep a job, and they keep getting the same result every time. Um, there's nothing wrong with becoming a neat, living on disability benefits. Like if you have like a mental illness that limits you of working, or like a disability like autism, or you have a physical disability, right? Like if it's like that bad, it's impacting your life, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't think it's good when I guess when people are capable of working and they're taking advantage of like the system. I guess that's not good, I guess. But I understand it though. I guess cuz work is something else. Yeah. It's hard to find people to talk about like how harsh this world is. Cuz a lot of people just say just be positive, stop thinking negative. It's hard to find people that won't say those things and actually are open to listening to you. So, yeah, it's one thing, yep. I mean, that's something the parents should prepare for their kids. That's the parents' problem, right? The parents should set their kids up to so they won't become homeless. Like say if the parents pass away, maybe like the niece can live with the siblings or something, or maybe go to like Section 8 housing, you know what I mean? Prepare for that. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll like South Dakota, man. If you can handle the severe cold, that's a small town feel. It's affordable here, and that's what's a good thing here. You have more buying power in South Dakota, I'll say. Yeah, you still gotta be frugal if you don't make a good amount of money, but it's it can like say if you make 18 an hour in South Dakota, it goes a lot further here than like Philadelphia, or like the surrounding suburbs. So yeah, bills will always come. Yep, exactly. It's like if you do too much fun, you spend too much money. Like it can hit you in the face when bills come up, and like you're not careful with it. You may not be able to afford the bills. That's what's not good about that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the older you get, I feel like life gets worse in a lot of ways. Like, yeah, maybe certain things get better when you're older, but I feel like a lot of things get worse. I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer with that, but it just seems that way to me. It's like 20 hours. It's like 22 hours from where I'm at. It's kind of like the same distance from when I drove from Pennsylvania to South Dakota. The same distance, pretty much. So, yeah, yep. That is true too, man. There's a lot of people in America that don't know how to use their money. That's true also. They get their wants more than their needs a lot of times. But I don't think that's every American though. I think there's Americans out there that um do budget and they just have a hard time keeping up with the cost of living also. And like it can be difficult to try and increase their income because school is expensive and it's not easy. So I mean, I think it's a mix of both, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you're not into the big city life, I mean, I guess there's probably places in Texas you can live at, I think there was a place in Texas I was looking at. It was kind of similar to South Dakota with the unemployment rate, and the cost of living isn't so bad. Forget what it's called though. It's like more of a small town. Yeah, I don't think I would like getting older either, man. Shit sucks. Yeah, it's not helping. Yep. It's not always people's spending habits, and that is true, I'm not gonna lie about that, but you know, the cost of living and how things are unaffordable makes things harder. Yeah, owning a car is expensive too, Gotta have enough money in case like the car needs a good amount of repairs or you need to maintain your car by giving it an oil change. You need to spend money on gas when your tank is empty, close to empty or something, or you gotta change your tires when they need to be changed. Yeah, it's expensive a car. Yeah, they can be a pain in the ass. I feel like a lot of times it can be a liability. Say if you don't have like that car that's running properly, it could just be more draining for out of your bank account. That's why it would be nice to have more better public transportation in this country, but I don't see that happening. Like Europe has very good public transportation and stuff. Maybe like since people drive all the time, right? Maybe if we had more public transportation, maybe the obesity or like the people that are overweight can go down more, can be reduced because people would be walking more. People would be like riding their bike more to work, or they go on the subway and walk there and back. Yeah, yep. Trying to survive in this world, trying to pay bills and trying to keep a job and stuff like that can really stress you out and it can age you faster. Yeah, yeah. There is definitely a lot of Mexican food options there. Definitely a lot of good food down there, that's for sure. Yeah, it's good to see something different. Like somewhere that you never been before. It's good to see that. Like I grew up in Pennsylvania like all my life and I got tired of the Northeast, like and even like the East Coast. It's all pretty similar to me. I kind of like seeing different stuff. Yeah, yeah. It's I guess like if someone wants to put a down payment on a car, you just make sure that you can afford the payment. But I think it's like if it's just you, right? Like you just need a reliable car. You don't need to always get like a brand new one. A brand new one's a ripoff a lot of times. They're not always built well compared to the older cars. So yeah, yep. The more you drive it, the less value the car is. I mean, for me, like I'm gonna drive my car till it's dead. To be honest, like I already know my car is gonna not be worth much. But I guess that's one thing, right? Like if you're just driving a beater, or you're just Say you paid off your car, you're just driving until it's dead. Like you just save up for another used car, you know? Hopefully it's a good one. Yeah, food is good, yeah. I like eating food. I guess that's what's good about this life, but I don't think it's worth bringing a kid in this world because food's good. I think it's both, you know. I think people live too much of a sedentary lifestyle and it's the food. I think it's a mix of both. Yeah, the winters are hard here, man. If you're not used to the cold, like it's definitely not easy here. It's one of the coldest states too. And it's tough. And if you suffer through like seasonal depression and it affects you in the wintertime, this ain't the place, in my opinion. That's something I wish I've considered more because, like, I don't respond well to the cold, and I thought it would be similar to where I'm from, but it isn't, you know? It's, uh, it's just too cold. Like, if it was more warmer, I think I would stay here, you know? But the cold weather and it just makes you feel isolated, you know? I just like places that have more sunlight with better weather. And like today, the weather is a little better, so I don't feel like garbage necessarily. I mean, you don't really need a Pathfinder. That's a good car in the snow too, but you just find a car that's like all-wheel drive and you're able to like drive in the snow. Like driving in the snow, it just takes like practice, you know what I mean? And it could be a pain in the ass driving in the snow. And that's another thing, like driving in the snow just like it can mess up your car a lot of times. You can get a flat tire from driving the winter. Your battery will get messed up. Won't be able to start. Like like construction trucks will be driving around the road and they'll be throwing salt down and that can rust up your car when you're driving right behind them. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like the winter. And it just your car can get really messed up compared to like warmer weather. Like yeah, warmer weather can mess up your tires, for example, it's not gonna be as bad as like the winter, you know. So yeah, I feel that, Pat. Yeah, New England's very cold. I have family that live in Boston, like the Boston area and New Hampshire. And that area is cold as fuck too, man. People don't realize like people can suffer through seasonal depression and it can just like really affect you, you know? It really can mess with your mental health. What about living in West Virginia? Yeah, I heard the housing is affordable there, but I heard the job market isn't good though. They all because like I think they have no state income tax and things like that, but it's not worth living there when people have a hard time getting a job, you know? So, um, yeah, it still gets cold, but it's starting to transition to spring, so it's starting to warm up more. But the thing is, too, it gets very windy up here. The wind can be insane, and it's just something else. Yeah, Toyota Camry or Corolla can be good in the snow. Yep, you have good snow tires with it. Be good. You live in West Virginia. Yeah, I'll say the houses are more affordable there to compared to a lot of places, though. Yeah, I think it's because they're in more demand. The Hondas and Toyotas, a lot of people want them cars. It's probably why they're more expensive. Yeah, the winter blues is a real thing. Yep. I, with my bipolar disorder, I can't respond to the cold, man. I like feeling manic. I like feeling mania, but not to the point where I get a full blown manic episode and I like have this unnecessary euphoria where I spend all my money or something, you know? But I don't like feeling like shit, like from the cold. That's for sure. It's very quiet. That's a good thing, man. At least it's not loud and filled with chaos, you know? That's good, man. Yeah, it can be overly stimulating when you live in an area it's just chaotic, you know? He got pissed all because you didn't want to watch TV with him. What? You gotta pay $300 of rent. That's kind of weird, man. Yeah, it's ridiculous, I'll say. Uh, I mean, I don't drink a lot of beer, but I'll say if I drank like a IPA, I think I'll drink. I think it's called like I think it's called the swordfish. I think. Let me see what it is here. If it's like a regular generic beer, I'll drink like a Corona or something. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, land shark, dogfish. That's it. Yep, dogfish. That's what it's called. Yeah, I would drink a lot of these if you can see that. I like that stuff. But I do like Smirnoff like drinks too. Like the green apple one's the best. I like that one. Mike's Hard's pretty good. So yeah, man. I feel that, dude. I guess try to save as much money as possible and when you're ready to move out, you know when it's best time to move out, man. Yeah, definitely don't want to be in a toxic household all the time. The Suns play the Spurs in the first round. I think the Spurs are gonna beat them, obviously, because Victor Wembanyama's an animal, and the Spurs are just a better team than the Suns. I mean, the Suns may put up a good fight, but I feel like the series will be like 4-2 or 4-1. Yeah, it'll be cool, man. It's a possibility. I mean, I met a couple people from YouTube in the Discord, so I would be down. Possessed by a demon. That's ridiculous, man. Yeah, bringing up religious shit towards you. That sounds like a toxic household, you know. Yeah, you can't live there much longer, man. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to move out, but I think it's best to plan to move out, man. To have a good plan, and if you have to live with roommates, you have to live with roommates, I guess, you know. I'm not really a gambler, to be honest with you. I don't really gamble like that. But I guess if I was in Vegas, I would go to the bunny ranch more. That's where I would go. Yeah, but thing is, like, not everyone likes their parents, man. Not everyone likes their mom or dad. Like, I don't like my dad, and I don't like my mom, you know. But yeah, I mean, I understand, you know, if you like your dad and say you get little fights with him, you know, like maybe you can get along with him again, and you know, so yeah, yeah. I mean, can't have the rich without the poor, you know. I guess people can become rich, right? But I guess there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Like I guess like the gap can go like this, you know. So And yeah, there's opportunities to make a lot of money, but it's definitely not easy, you know? A lot of people that make a lot of money are inherited, and there's a lot of people that make a lot of money, commit fraud, you know? But I guess there is people that were from the bottom and they were able to get out of poverty and became rich, you know? There's people like that. So the messy room. Yeah. I mean, not watching like him get mad because you didn't want to watch TV was a little ridiculous, you know? I mean, why does he feel entitled about that? But yeah, I mean, that makes sense though. I guess the messy room part. I mean, if he was respectful and he told you to clean up your room, I feel like you would do it, you know? So, yeah, just pray some more and you'll win. Yeah, sorry for your loss, Pat, too. That's terrible. Yeah, not good to have an alcoholic dad. That's toxic, man. That can mess your childhood up and it can affect your adulthood. Yeah. No excuse to act that way, though, because he had problems with his dad, you know? Yeah, shit can run in families. Yeah, yep. Can be very stressful, especially if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're surrounded by toxic coworkers and a boss, you know? That's like micromanaging or just very passive aggressive or the boss is can't puts his stress out on you, you know? Yeah, I'd rather work part-time too, to be honest. It just sucks that part-time doesn't really um like help you try to live on your own, you know? I wish I'd rather just like do like Lyft or DoorDash more, but you know, can only do so much with that. Can't do it all the time. Yeah, no money. Yep. I guess unless you do the grind and shit, you work a full time, then a part time. I guess you know. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. A lot of dads don't do that though. A lot of them aren't self aware, and they don't want to. There's a lot of toxic dads that don't want to take accountability for their actions. Hmm. Yeah. That's tough to deal with, man. Dealing with your niece and stuff like that. Well, right now, I work at a warehouse and I'm like doing production and I'm just basically bagging up grass seed and I'm weighing it out, making sure it's the right weight. I put the label on. I clean up the warehouse. That's about it. It's just a temp job I have until I move out of here. So if I stayed here longer, the job wouldn't be worth it because it's just like seasonal. And I guess I would just have to find something better. But you know, yeah, yeah. Hopefully things get better in that household, man. So, grass seed, like fertilizer and stuff like that. Yeah, man. I guess I guess that's why it's good to plan while you're living there and to move out, you know? Like you save up a good amount and you just dip, you know what I mean? Don't talk to them again. No contact. Yeah. I open my mouth when I'm on my knee and Jesus sends the seed and I swallow it and the seed grows to a flower and I start thinking positive. Yeah, yeah. I mean, kids in general don't owe their parents anything, you know? It's up to the kids if they want to help their parents out. Yeah. Hopefully she cleans her act up. She takes accountability or something. What's up, gamer stance? Smoke a cig, I guess. Yeah, I haven't. I only talked to my dad about the student loans. Like, I'm not gonna say my dad was like 100% bad. Like, he was a good provider and stuff. He took care of us in a way financially, but he was just really bad with emotional support, and he just like puts his stress out on people, you know. So, so yeah, we'll be billionaires one day. Sleeping, journaling, listen to the power of now. That's cool, man. What is that, like a song or something? Journaling? Yeah, that seems like a good coat, man. Especially if you have like really bad thoughts. It's good to write them down, you know? I mean, I used to do that with, I mean, I kind of still do with this channel, but with my old channel, I used to brainstorm and write ideas of topics to talk about, you know? I would type them on my phone. Be kind of relieving, I guess, would focus on that. Oh, okay, that's cool. What's the book about? There you go. Yeah, I think I'll do a SIG review too next weekend. Uh, Maybe I'll post like any cigarette recommendations. The book is just talking about the power of the present moment. Yeah, it is good to think for the moment, you know. Drawing on the past can make you feel like shit, and thinking about the future too much can make you feel too anxious, you know. Definitely not easy though. That's for sure. Yeah, I think sometimes thinking in the present moment when you're really in a bad place in life isn't good, you know? Like, say you're at your lowest point. It's like you don't want to think about the present when you're at your lowest point currently, you know? So I guess that can be harder to find things to be grateful for, I guess, you know? Oh, guitar? That's cool, man. Yeah, I used to try to learn the guitar at like 12 years old, and I just stopped, you know? I just kinda it just wasn't for me. I guess I just didn't like the guy teaching me or something. I don't know. Metaphysical jargon terms. Yeah, it could be too abstract, I guess, with like the vocab. Yeah, that does suck, man. That's terrible, you know? Much tension at the house, and another thing can happen, it can just kick you out. I would say, since you have that job, I would just fucking save as much as possible, and when you reach your savings goal, move out, you know? That's what I think. Definitely not easy, though. So, yeah. Religious fanatics. Yeah, that would be cool, man, if people did that. I always, um, I, I always never liked to read though, because when I would read, I would kind of forget what I read a lot of times. I would usually have to read more slow. Yeah, because they could be toxic with their positivity. That's why they can be like that. I mean, maybe some of their advice can be good, but a lot of times they could be unrealistic, you know? Yeah. I mean, I was scared homeless, you know? I guess I'm still kind of nervous trying to move somewhere else. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of get it when they say that. You just hope things will be okay, you know? But saying pray to God, and God will give you a better day, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, but it seems like it's picking back up. It seems this religion shit, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it might be picking back up. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever die. I mean, it'll always be around our lifetime. All right, I'll see you, Monotonous John. It's cool talking to you, man. Yeah, yep. Yeah, a lot of times there's a lot of parents that are toxic, just don't want to take accountability for their bad behavior towards their children, and then they just expect them to move out, you know? Something else. Yeah, guess playing it out now, you know? So you never know when that can happen, I guess. Javeo witness knocked on your door. Yeah, I mean, it's just a coat from reality. Yeah. I mean, I have a friend that's a Christian. Like, he's cool, you know? I just don't like when religious people spread their shit onto others when they didn't ask for it, you know? Damn, yeah. I mean, I don't think that's a good thing, man, to be just out at 18 because school doesn't really teach you much on how to survive out in the real world. And when you're out at 18, it's definitely not easy to like build up like your finances, you know? I guess there's people that have done it, but people don't want to tell you. People have been struggling since they got out at that age. Yeah, I mean, to me, there's no such thing as a heaven or hell. Everyone that dies in this life goes to non-existence. That's just me. Yeah, yep. Back then, like if you were questioning religion, they would do some bad things to you. Damn, that's terrible, man. Your parents shouldn't force you to do something you don't want to do with religion, you know? Said last year once I got this job and got a car. Why is that, man? Seems like your parents are controlling, man. That ain't right. I guess that's one good thing about my dad. He never really forced me to do shit like that constantly. So I guess that's one good thing about my dad. Just got back from the bank, deposit depositing your stuff. Yeah. I don't understand how anyone can be religious in general when there's no evidence, right? And when science came along, science answered more of like the questions than religion. So yeah, science can be corrupted by politics, but majority of science is has facts to back up like their studies and shit like that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Death is scary to them. They fear the unknown. So that's why they think that. Oh, lay down pillow here. So-called pillow, I guess. Yeah, that's terrible, man. That's the worst type of parent. Parent that deprives you on trying to build your finances or just force you to go to church. It's terrible, you know? That's like my one friend. My one friend lives with his parents and he basically has to go to church every Sunday and he's a year older than me. And I remember my one friend telling me he's like, when I move out, I'm not gonna go to church every Sunday like my my parents forced me to. So yeah, that shit sucks living with like religious parents like that. Yeah, I mean that's I guess like when I was living with my dad, I didn't have to pay rent, but I did have to pay certain things, my own food and stuff. But yeah, I mean that can help your kids' finances, you know? If you want your kid to be financially sound, you don't want your kid to keep paying bills. Let the kid keep saving, you know? Work my magic. Yeah, bring out the wand. Things will get better. What's up, Gorilla Bear Tech? Yeah, I mean, there's good things about my dad, but it just wasn't worth like I wish I just never lived there, you know, all throughout my 20s. Just hard to live with. That's some bullshit, man. That sounds like abuse now, at that point. Yeah, I would definitely try to move out, man. That's a toxic household. Imagine that. You bring out a magic wand and you'll be like Harry Potter with it, and this world will get better. I mean, that'll be that simple, you know? Yeah, Trump's Jesus. Yeah, worship them. Go down on one knee. Go to Thailand. Yeah, I heard. I don't know if you know this YouTuber, Sent My Own Way. He was in Thailand. He looked like he ate. I don't know if he's back in America or not, but looks like he's having a good time over there. He's walking down the beach. He's enjoying the food. He's enjoying the hotel stays. He's liking the people. I mean, if you have that American dollar, you have a good amount. That can go further over there. Could do more things. I mean, there's some things I like about Trump, but how he's handling this war isn't good. It's making things bad. So, one appetizer, I'll say buffalo wings, and I guess a dessert. I'll eat. I'll say cookies and cream ice cream. Yeah, it can be. A lot of countries are getting involved. I mean, hopefully it's not World War III. Damn. Like documents like a social security card or things like that. Yeah, that shit sucks, man. Yeah, I mean, raising the gas prices isn't good. That's for sure. I had to fill up like my car because I was trying to do Lyft tonight. It was like half a tank. And even try to just fill half a tank was like $30, something else. Yeah, everything in this life can be a disappointment. Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick, I would pick Trump too. You know, that's if I had to pick. I think the how he is dealing with like the closed borders is good. I'll say that's good. I mean, he did promise no tax on overtime, but not it's not really promised since like you still have to pay some sort of tax to the overtime, but it's a little better, I guess. Um, but I guess him trying to get like the corrupt leaders is good, but at the same time it's causing tension and it's actually not doing good for a lot of countries. So I'll say I'm not a huge supporter, but I just agree with some things he's doing. So yeah, I would just like come home, um, do your thing. Like say if your room is a mess, just clean it up and um just go from there, I guess, right? Just plan it out. Jesus is king. What about Jesus is queen? Yeah, new card. Yeah, it could be a pain in the ass trying to get a new social security card. Sometimes it could take a while to come through. Do you pay bills in heaven? Yeah, of course you do. That's what's great. That's why people want to go to heaven so they can keep paying bills all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think heaven exists. I don't think hell exists. Like the only time you experience heaven and hell is in planet Earth. That's it. So, agree with what? Yeah, I mean, we just hope that nobody dies a painful death, but the unfortunate part is most people will die a painful death. Yeah, yeah, it was just a cope in this world, and religion was just another way to answer certain questions of the unknown. But now you have science where it's it's proven religion wrong. You know. There you go, man. Yeah, it'd be gotta make that money somehow, I guess. You know. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have these so-called friends, and the thing is, like, they're fake. They can use each other, and a lot of times, like, these so-called friends are competing with you. That's unnecessary over petty stuff. Oh, damn, he lost his card too? Damn, yeah. Guess it's gonna be harder to try to actually call customer service about that because AI generated everywhere with that. Yeah, hopefully you're able to get your card so you're able to get a second job. What kind of scams, man? You don't have to mention if you don't want to though. This existence. Yeah, I mean, because like say the future, you never know what can happen, and you just hope that nothing severely bad something severely bad can happen to you, you know? This existence is scary when there's people out there that are going through unnecessary pain and suffering, and you just are not in their shoes, and uh don't know what they're going through. So much bad shit happen all over this world. Yeah, that would be terrible. That'd be hard to live in, man. Those times. Local building. Did you go to the local building and get it, or oh, never mind, you didn't. I'm assuming, I guess, uh, aren't able to. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Yeah, school is a scam because school doesn't really teach you a lot of things about the real world, and school tries to keep telling people to go to college. And yeah, college can be a good thing for people if they pick the right major, but schools keep pushing college and they don't talk about other options, like I guess like a trade or starting your own business or just working a regular job, it's just like something else. Yeah, yep. It is a scam in a lot of ways, this life. Yeah, yep. Because the more popular you are, the more likely you'll have more people hating you. You have more people using you, and you'll be disappointed more. The less people you have, the better, I guess. So, yeah, I question that too, I mean, why did my parents do something for 5 minutes and have me? Benedict the Truth. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I knew Benedict the vegan for a while. I remember on my old channel, he used to like comment on my videos. He wanted me to subscribe to him all the time. And he would talk about similar things. I mean, I like the things he talks about. I think he speaks facts, but I think he's too repetitive to me. And I most of the things he's talked about, I watched like 5 years, like 4 to 5 years ago, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes I would like to hear something different from him. Yeah, to put money in the bank. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, you know. Downtown. Yeah, it's probably very busy and a lot of traffic. And it would suck like if you went downtown and most like if you didn't realize like you had to pay for parking and say if you didn't, that can they can give you like a fine or something, you know? Yeah, I feel that, man. That's kind of like my grandpa. I wanted to visit him, but at the same time I didn't want to see him at his lowest point, you know? Yeah, it's what sucks. Like if you liked your grandparents and you see them deteriorating, it's just not good to see, you know? I can't stand that shit. I don't know if you guys hear that, but people revving their engines on a motorcycle or car is just fucking annoying, you know? I don't understand that shit. What are they trying to get out of it, you know? Damn, that sounds like some good food, man. I haven't had a grilled cheese sandwich in a while. They're pretty good though. Yeah, cookies and cream, I think, is one of the best ice creams out there, man. Good choice. Yeah, I feel that, man. I'm kind of tired too, but I have a little insomnia. I guess probably because I'm smoking and I have nothing else to do, you know? Yeah, that sucks, man, that your parents have to be too strict and not treat you normally, you know? At least like people in your extended family treat you a little better, you know? I'm probably gonna leave some stuff behind. I'm not gonna bring everything with me when I move down there. Probably gonna bring this table and this table, obviously the TV and the PlayStation, this lawn chair. But I'm not gonna bring that kitchen table, those two chairs. Uh, Definitely not bringing that huge mattress. That shit is trash. And I'll probably just bring my mattress topper and probably get rid of some of the clothes I have. And that's it, I guess. What was the story? Yeah, you don't want to bring too much stuff. Can be too overwhelming. Like bring what you need. Like don't bring too many clothes or too much furniture, I guess, you know. Travel light, the less stressed you'll be. You're trying to get groceries and people cutting you off in traffic. Yeah, that shit's annoying, man. I don't like fucking people like that either. People are in a rush and they feel entitled on the road. Yeah, especially, I guess, when you have personal things going on in your life, like something like that can just make things worse. Ugh. What's up, Eerie Puff? Yeah, you're entitled to think that way, man. I mean, can't stand how the world is messed up and how people get treated unfairly and how this life is unfair in general, right? Things just don't seem to get better, you know? Yeah, not a bad idea, man. Sell some stuff that you don't use, make some money off it, and you'll have that money to like take with you when you move, you know? Yeah, moving is stressful though, I'll say. Can really be overwhelming. But I guess like once you're settled in, you'll be okay, most likely. Dropped a number of items and this teen was offering to help, but trying to help grab my items. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. Like you just want to grab it yourself, the things that you dropped, you know. You don't need to have someone to help you, you know. I get it, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess like when you're that young, I guess like you're more creative and you feel like you have advice for people, you know? I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what's toxic about that too. This like self-improvement shit on YouTube with the advice all the time. It's yeah, there's nothing wrong with improving yourself, you know, but it's to the point where it's like toxic self-improvement, life advice that's toxic, trying to push it onto people too much. I don't remember seeing that shit constantly like 10 years ago, you know. Now it's all you see on YouTube. Yeah, I get it, man. I mean, we all snap at times, you know, but I guess the good thing is you recognize that and you know you try your best not to do it again, you know. I get it. I mean, I done some shit too, man. I I snapped at people. I said some really hateful things to people, you know, when I shouldn't have. I I'm not a good person 100% either, man. We all have our bad days, you know. You remember those people who used to sell financial independence? Yeah, those people can be a pain in the ass too, man. Trying to give you financial advice and it's something else. Yeah, I don't believe in 100% good person. That means that you're God, you know? So, that don't exist. Do I believe 100% bad person? No, I don't think so either. But I do think that there's people out there that have a lot more bad than them than good, and then there's people that have more good than bad, you know? So, I mean, when people say you're the problem, they um are gaslighting you, you know? A lot of the times. I mean, I guess like if it's like a situation that you did that caused the problem, I guess yeah, but if people say you're the problem in general with everything you do, that's just invalidating you, you know? Storage for all your important stuff. Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that if it's something that like you feel like you need to have a storage place to put your stuff in, you know? That's up to you, man. Yeah, true. I mean, I agree gamer stance. I think people can be educated on the wrong things too and can make people irrational also, you know? Feel like feel like depends, I guess. Nah, you're good, man. It's good to vent about it, you know? I mean, I done some similar things like that too. Yeah, education and educated. Yeah, they are two different things in a way. Like being educated is like I'm educated on like like going to like educated, you just have the knowledge, you know stuff, you know, but getting that education, like you're just going to school to learn, you know. It's kind of different. Like when you're educated, you're more knowledgeable about something. Yeah, maybe you can move in with your mom possibly if you don't mind living with her. That may be an option too, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's best to live by on your own, you know, even though it's not a easy thing to do. Would I ever get a partner? Uh, I would like to have one. It'd be cool to have a girlfriend, you know. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen. I mean, if I'm single forever, then that's okay, I guess. But if I get a partner, I guess that's even better, you know. Yeah, I guess all you could do is move on from it, you know. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe what you did wasn't the best, but I guess that's all you can do is like move on from a situation like that. I try to adapt not being able to find a girlfriend. I forget about all that, but then something throws me into despair. Maybe have a hypothetical situation where you did have a girlfriend and say it was toxic, like your girlfriend was uh abusing you, she's manipulative, she's controlling you. And say if you married her and say if you had kids, for example, she would divorce you and she would take all your money and ask for like child support and alimony, because there's a lot of people out there that have a girlfriend and it's like, you know, it's not always a healthy relationship, and that happens to a lot of people. So maybe it's maybe if you have that mindset where like, that hypothetical thing, maybe that you won't feel as despair. But I'll say there's nothing wrong if you would like to have a girlfriend though. There's nothing wrong with that. It was during rush hour. Yeah, it can add up the stress, pretty much. Yeah, that- so I guess that's not an option. But I guess maybe if you ask to store the stuff there, maybe she wouldn't mind it. Guess all you gotta do is ask. Yeah, chaos and drama. Yep, because that can happen in relationship, and when that happens, there's no communication. It's just terrible. Still live with my mom at 26. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, I lived with my dad until I was 30, so I mean, I guess any like dating, like if you're trying to get a boyfriend or girlfriend, it's not always gonna be a healthy relationship. It's because your grandpa moved in. That makes sense. That makes sense, man. All right, man. This is John. I guess I'll catch you on the live stream, man. And just get them vegan food. I guess that's the solution, man. Yeah, I feel that, man. Makes sense. Yeah, it's a tough situation, man. I guess I feel like I think it's good to recognize that you maybe possibly move out. It's good to plan it, man. I think that's the first step is to recognize that. Ah, damn, that's terrible. Unaffected by it. I guess like he got lucky with it. Yeah, that's the last time doing Lyft in this state. Get tired of picking up the drunk people and shit. Man, just say sometimes just picking up the people, even if they're not drunk, are exhausting. Hearing them talk in the back seat is just some of the shit I hear from these people, like, or some messed up shit too. It's just something else. I remember like I picked up these two drunk girls and they were having a weird conversation how like this one girl would have sex with this guy even though this guy has a girlfriend and a kid. It's just it's just what the fuck, you know? And just hear like people in the back seat talk about gossip and drama about other people. It's just something else. Like I actually picked up these other two drunk girls. They actually weren't drunk, but they were going to at this bar I was taking them to. Like they were talking about like this friend or something, and they were basically talking shit on her. And they were asking me, "You're not gonna remember this, right?" And stuff like that. I was like, "Obviously, I won't." Whose world? Yeah, we live in a world where like we're surviving and everyone's trying to compete for a quality of life, and then you're dead. It's all pointless, you know? The NPCs. Yeah, too many of them, man. Everywhere you go. Yeah, maybe tell her what's going on or something. Tell her that your dad is acting really ridiculous. Maybe your mom will change your mind and let you move in with her, you know? Because you said that your mom can't stand your dad, you know? Maybe she will understand. I don't know. I think it's good to smoke a cigarette right now. Um, but Sage, I have a question for you. I know you like smoking cigarettes and stuff, but what's a cigarette recommendation that I should smoke next weekend? So I think I'll do a cigarette review. It's possible, but you just don't want to live like in that room what that cat did. Yeah. I mean, you have options though. At least you have more options, right? You wish you had a joint? Yeah, I feel that, man. Just to get some stress relief, have a decent high, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, that's one thing about Arizona. That shit with weed is legal over there, I heard. Want to have some edibles? Yeah, those things could be very strong. I took edibles before and it just made me panic a lot. I can't even handle them. But also, it can make others feel good. You can get some tasty ones too. Yeah, for me, I guess, I just want to change. I guess once in a blue moon, I could stop some more. That's what I do. I used to like getting really drunk too. I almost felt I was gonna get addicted to it because of how good it made me feel. Now I just don't do it because it affects my meds, and I don't want it to give me a severe manic or depression episode. So, so I done it a good amount of times before drinking to get drunk and plastered while on these meds, and I would get worse a lot of times. I only drank like a couple drinks or just a little buzz. That's it. Can't overdo it. Yeah, you're more of a vape guy, aren't you? Yeah, I feel that, man. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, cigarettes are getting expensive. I'm trying to cut back on them though. I'm gonna try to just like quit for a while, especially when I move to Arizona, because I don't think they're gonna be budget cigarettes down there. So yeah, I did Marble and NXT already. That one was pretty decent though. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, yeah. It's like we're an experiment trying to fight over resources just to live. Pretty much. Maybe I'll do one of these older cigarette reviews I had. Maybe I'll do like a Parliament or something, even though I'm not crazy about it. Maybe I'll change my mind, like the Marble Red or Marble Edge, maybe, um, or maybe like a Newport non-menthol. But I kind of want to review a menthol that I haven't tried in a while or never tried. So yeah, that's one thing I'll miss about South Dakota is those Crown menthols, man. $4 and like 80 cents, and they're decent menthol, I'll say. They're not as good as Newports, but like they're not too bad as a menthol though, for how cheap they are. Kind of wish they were around more, like in the U.S., like in Philly or like California or something, or Florida, because I've been to Cali and Florida. I never seen that before. So yeah, the higher nicotine. Yeah, I feel that, man. When things are stressful in your life, it's hard to break the habit, It's kind of like me living here. It's kind of hard to break the habit when living here can be stressful, especially the winter time. I was chain smoking here. I couldn't handle the winter. Yeah, I get it, man. Makes sense. Yeah, I guess like when you move out, like it can be stressful too. That's a thing. That's kind of like how I am when I was living with my dad a lot of times. There's times I was able to quit, but then I would get stressed out again living there and I would pick it back up. I was able to quit here when the weather was better for a couple months and I only smoked when I would go out. But ever since the winter time, I got hooked again. Terrible. It just sucks when I'm doing like Lyft driving and in the conversations I mentioned I'm not from here and I'm from Pennsylvania and I gotta like pretend that I like living here. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty genuine when I talk to them about it. Like I do like certain things about here, but I'll never talk about like me moving out. So I actually did a couple times I was moving out, but it was because other people that I picked up didn't like living here either because of the weather. The UT Flum disposable. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would ever try vaping, man. I'm just I I vaped a little bit. It wasn't for me. It's not the same. It's not the same as a cigarette to me. I even tried like when I worked at a construction job, this guy gave me a Zin. I didn't even like that shit. That shit was too strong and I fucking took it. I thought I was gonna throw up right on the blacktop we were working on. It's just I was not a fan of the Zins. Oh, they run out quick. Yeah, that's the thing about those vapes that are flavored. You have too much taste of the flavor than the nicotine. That's why I don't like it. I like the menthol taste. I don't want to taste the flavor. Kind of like yeah, I think smoking. If I had to choose, I think smoking's better than like chewing or like taking them Zins. I used to. That's how I got into nicotine. I chewed with like people from my high school, and once I got introduced to like smoking, I just rather smoke. Yeah, they can make you sick. Yep. I had some weird feeling on my stomach, and I felt like I was gonna throw up. I think they were a lot stronger than the tobacco, like chewing tobacco. That Zen stuff's just that's just not for me. Some of these people can handle, like that one construction dude I was working with, but that shit isn't for me though. Girls chewing. Yeah, I guess it can be, you know. I feel like I feel like it's a turn off for a lot of people. Not a lot of people like to see people chewing. So I guess it's the same thing with smoking too. But I'll say if a girl's smoking and she's pregnant, that's fucked up, you know? That's terrible. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that I guess that can be the turn off, you know? Right there. When like chewing too much can mess up with your gums and teeth. Even smoking could do that too. I mean, my gums definitely have receded, you know, smoking. And when I went to the dentist last year, like I haven't went like 9 years before that, and I had a lot of tar in my teeth, and that was a bitch trying to sit there to get all the tar out of my teeth on my bottom and my top. I had to go like 2 days for that. I'm gonna try to go to the dentist again when I'm in Arizona too. I want to try to make sure my teeth are okay. That's why I want to try to cut back from smoking, 'cause I don't want to keep doing that. You know, like with the sunlight and stuff like that, I feel like I can just smoke once in a while. You know. Yeah, I tried the grizzly pouches too. Yeah, I mean it has like a decent taste, but it's not the same feeling as a cigarette though. Yeah, that shit kind of sucks. I don't like them either, man. I don't blame you. I just don't like the pouches when just when the flavor and the nicotine is gone, it's like it just tastes like shit, you know. It's kind of like chewing gum, you know. That's kind of like nicotine gum. That's the same shit. Nicotine gum sucks too. I tried the nicotine patches and they that kind of sucked also. It wasn't really the same. Yeah, I mean it kind of mimicked it, but I think the worst part of taking nicotine patches is like you're sleeping and you get some crazy ass dreams. Like I was like hallucinating and shit. And I forgot to take it off. And when I woke up, I was sweating like crazy. And um, I thought it was real what I was experiencing. And that's why I don't like nicotine patches. If you forget to take it off, that shit can really fuck up your sleep, you know? Yeah, yep. A lot of times it could be from genetics too with bad teeth. A lot of times. Something that you never asked for. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Yeah, a lot of that shit's genetic too. Yeah, and that's I guess that's what's good about a vape. Like vape like won't affect like the alarm system. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I ever tried that, Lucas. I guess that's one thing about like say if you're taking pouches and stuff like that while working at a restaurant. Um you don't have that urge to go outside to smoke. Like you can already just get that nicotine while working, you know? Oh yeah, your dad would you don't want your dad to find out? Yeah, I understand, man. My dad's the same. My dad doesn't like cigarette smoke and my dad would smell it on me. He would hate that shit. Even though he wouldn't say nothing to my grandpa when he would smoke a shit ton. Yeah, I feel that, man. Yeah, I mean, those pouches that chewing tobacco, I think it's overrated, you know? Even the snus. I used to try snus too, and that shit kind of sucked too. I don't know that artist, man. Yeah, but I guess what's good about like say if you drink and smoke, like it's like the best combo, you know? Like say you get like a good buzz and then you fiend for a cigarette, it's kind of like one of the best feelings, I'll say. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong if you take caffeine. I guess it's like the timing with the caffeine, right? Like if you just take it right when you get up, then that's a good thing, you know. But I guess if you take too much of it, you can crash, you know. So yeah, yeah, you can get kind of sick, right? Can be too much. That's why I don't like the pouches or like the chewing tobacco much. You can get kind of sick, you know. But I'm gonna end this live because my phone's about to die. But I'm gonna use my other phone, so we'll keep doing the live stream. So catch you guys with another one in a couple minutes.